Not sure what to do with those old nursery pots that just sit on your potting bench? Well, I've got a great idea for you. You're going to want to grab some bamboo fencing and some short wire garden fencing. The first thing you're going to want to do is to roll out your bamboo fencing, and you're going to want to cut it so that you can have about 2 loops around your pot. Your pot's going to sit on the top. So the first thing that we wanted to do after I measured it out and cut it is to trim off those bottom pieces. They weren't very sturdy, so we just used a saw for this. And then we went ahead and cut another piece so that we would have 2 different sized planters. This was really easy to do. Went back over to the potting bench and took that green fencing and made sure that I had enough of it. This was just scrap fencing to go around most of the pot. I had to cut the fencing a little bit because it ended up being taller than my bamboo once we trimmed those bottom portions off. And this is really easy to just snip to size. You're just going to wrap it around 2 times and then use some zip ties to secure your bamboo fencing to the wire inside. Once you have done that at both the top and the bottom, you'll be almost ready to put your planters in the top. So here I used just those old nursery planters with some good quality soil, and I planted some beautiful pansies and some snapdragons. They're going to look so great. So I just chose a shady spot by our back steps that really needed some attention and put your plants in the top, and you're ready to go. They can easily be watered and water can drain out, no problem. I hope you guys enjoyed this easy way to dress up some old nursery pots that maybe you don't know what to do with. Enjoy.
For today's project, I'm going to head down to my local hardware store. I'm going to grab some closet poles that expand. I'm also going to grab some brackets. I got a great idea what I'm going to use these for. These poles are really cool. One is larger than the other, but on the end I've got a cap with a screw. I need to take that off. Now I'm going to go inside the house, measure with these poles, put them together from floor to ceiling, and mark the height of my ceiling. Then I need a drill bit for that screw hole. And what I'm going to do is I need to put these 2 together. So I'm going to mark it exactly the height I need, and I need a pre-drill. When I go through these, what I'm going to do is get it through, and then I'm going to attach it back again with the screw. This is going to be perfect size that I need. Once I get this all put together, the next step is I'm going to take the smallest drill bit I can find and pre-drill. Now, this is a self-tapping screw. Do you see it's got a little drill bit on the end? It's perfect for metal poles. Don't push too hard, but you're going to put that first screw in, just let it go, but don't go all the way because we're going to put that bracket on and slide it into place. Then we can take a pencil and mark exactly where our next screw needs to go. We can go ahead and pre-drill that also and put the screw in, but we need to take it back out because we're just making the hole. Put the bracket in, again, like we did before, slide it right into place as it clamps there, and then we're going to go ahead and put the screw in. Now, don't push too hard, just let the drill do its job. Once we get that first one in, we're going to put the second one, but this one's going to be at a slight angle. We're going to do that, mark the hole just like the first one, and put the screw in and make it secure. Let's head on inside now. We're going to put that bracket that comes with the poles into the ceiling. These are white, so it matches the ceiling, and then we're going to pop it into place. It's actually going to be really secure all the way to the floor. Now, let's take some twine because we're going to hang some plants, but we're going to do this ourselves. We're going to put a knot in a nice big loop. You can just go ahead and make this loop any size you want, from big to small. Make sure that knot is secure. And then what we're going to do is take it, fold it up just like you see in the picture right here, and then we're going to give it a little twist right at the end of that first inside loop. Take your plant and we're going to place it right on top of where the strings cross. Now take that top loop, fold it up and over and back through again. Give it a little tug and we're going to pull some of that slack out. Then take that top loop and fold it over the plant. With the little side magic right here, we're going to pull it over and back through again, and then go ahead and take all that slack out slowly but surely, and watch this. It's going to pull against our pot and it's going to hang really nice. Look at that. I can do with all of those, and I made my own hanging plants. Once I hang all of these up, make them secure and straight, and it looks great hanging right in the corner. It was actually a pretty dull corner to begin with, and now I've got some plants hanging up right inside. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did. Thank you for watching Hometalk, and we'll catch you next time.
I completely transformed this thrifted lampshade into the most beautiful home decor. I removed the shade so it was just the wire frame. I used a utility knife to scrape off the glue. Then I sanded the wire frame with sandpaper and steel wool. I wiped clean and then spray painted it matte black. While it was drying, I sanded a wood round, wiped it clean, and sealed it with gloss spray Varathane. I applied 5 coats and then sprayed the last coat with satin Varathane. I pre-drilled and screwed the wire frame and wood round together, and now I have stunning plant stands. I hope this inspired you to save a lampshade from the landfill and create your own plant stand. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and see you next time.
Start with a thrifted pizza pan and paint it with white chalk paint with a paintbrush. Apply paint to both sides. Take a second pizza pan and wood filler with a putty knife to fill in the holes of the pan. Once the holes are filled, allow it to dry overnight. Once the wood filler is dry, use plaster of Paris or joint compound to cover the wood filler with a putty knife. Let this dry for up to 1 to 2 hours. Take the first pizza pan and 4 wood legs with wood beads. Flip the pizza pan over and circle the holes chosen to attach the legs. Start by using a hot glue gun and wood beads. Attach the beads around the circumference of the pizza pan. Once they are attached and secure, screw the wood table legs into the chosen holes. Make sure it's all secure before moving on. Take the second pizza pan and sand more if needed, and then use the same white chalk paint to paint the entire top. Allow plenty of time to dry. Do any additional sanding needed and remove dust with a paintbrush before applying a mandala stencil. Adhere with spray adhesive and place on the center of the pan. Use a stenciling brush or sponge to apply a taupe or brown chalk paint. Once the first layer of paint is added, incorporate some glitter pigment in gold and antique gold to add more dimension to the stencil. Apply with the same brush or sponge. Allow 30 minutes to an hour to dry. Use a hot glue gun to attach the stencil pizza pan on top of the wood beads sitting on the other pizza pan. Fill in the gaps with jute rope and hot glue. There you have it, an inexpensive way to create your own boho plant stand for your home. I hope this inspired you to try this DIY decor project. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and see you next time.